Hello, welcome to this week's reading for Good Vibrations. It's for the week of May 15th, so starting today, I'm recording on Sunday. I just got the best feeling from this reading. I feel like many weeks I'm giving messages for us all, like if only you just do this, and how about thinking about doing that? And really, this week, I just want you to shine a light on yourself, and I want to give you kudos for a certain aspect within your life, because we're always trying to get better, and as we're always looking to get better, or thinking, geez, I wish I could be more loving or accepting, or, we're in a constant state of upgrading. And honestly, that gets a little tiring after a while, and you need to have a break. This week is the week of the break. You need to give yourself a well-deserved pat on the back. Our symbol, the Sabian symbol for this week's reading, was from Taurus 23. And it says, a jewelry shop filled with the most magnificent jewels. And what I got as I was tapping into the energy of this is that we are all jewels. We all hold individual truths, and they are equally beautiful. I really want you to think about a high-end jewelry store, a place that you feel privileged to walk into, because it has the most magnificent gems. And I want you to see that you are one of those. There is great value in celebrating the beauty of who you are as a shining gem. So this week, a light is shining down on you. We have 3 planets in Taurus, which is all about celebrating the beautiful things in life. And I, this week, am celebrating you through these cards, based on the one that you chose, an aspect that I just asked you so deeply to honor, that is your beauty that you bring. We all sit right alongside each other. Ooh, I don't want the crystals to fall. And it's like there is a beautiful crown created with all of these jewels, okay? Or a beautiful bracelet with the jewels all lined up around each other. And I think it's also telling that I want to go back to the planets for a minute. I didn't finish that thought. We have 3 planets in Taurus, which is an earth sign. It's about the earthly pleasures. We have the sun there. We have Venus there, and we have Mercury there. So it's about love and appreciation of the beautiful things. It's about it showing through in your personality, the you that you shine out for all of us. And it's about the Mercury, how you communicate that, how you think about that. This is the week. Please take those aspects very seriously. We sometimes don't want to admit the parts of us that actually are shining gems, but I want you to this week. The other part that I think was interesting, when I put the cards down to take the photo of the 3 choices this week, I purposely chose this little angled part of our deck, and I don't know that I've ever done that, but I had the cards somewhere else and it didn't feel right, and then when I put them there, it was like, yep, this is it. And it's because with this energy, we're turning a corner. We are headed into a summer that is just going to be supportive of us, but we need to see our own gifts. We need to see the shining gem that is us, so that we have a sustenance to carry us through the rest of this year, and to know that you are good enough, you are worthy enough, and man, do you shine beautifully. But this is kind of a cornerstone piece this week, is really recognizing this and embracing it. Okay, so let's get on with the cards. The first card was from the Life Purpose deck by Doreen Virtue. And the accompanying crystal for this is a little piece of obsidian that I have. Very dark stone, black in color. And the card itself is healer. I'll hold that up a little closer. So I'll read you what it says on the card, and then I'll give you my interpretation. You have the spiritual gift of healing and a desire to share it with others. I'm getting the Mercury energies coming through strong here of those 3 planets I mentioned. The gem for you is to see yourself in this light. And you may not be a person who wants to go into a healing type of a profession, or do alternative types of healing like energy healing or crystal healing. But to know that you don't even have to do something like that for work. Your shining gem is that you are able to bring a level of healing to others with your simple being. When you shine, when you let that jewel shine, you do it for others. It just happens. How do you do it for others? That, my friend, is in this crystal. You're grounded. It's interesting with this crystal, it's so tiny. I really need to get a bigger piece of obsidian. It fell off the deck twice. And I was so panicked that I wasn't going to be able to find it in all of the ground, stuff on the ground, that it would be lost forever. And both times I went right to it. This, my friends, for you who picked this is what you are. You're so grounded, and this energy in Taurus is supporting you because it is earth energy, baby. It is all about grounding. So this is what you have to give, is a healing for others that is in your groundedness. It's the fact that you are realistic. You are, taking into account the earthly matters. You're not up in the ethers somewhere. You might have a part of you that is there and enjoys being there, but your approach is in a grounded kind of a way that people are able, including for yourself, are able to experience healing just by being with you. So that's your beautiful gem. You're a healer. You're a healer. It's innate to you. Through your groundedness, through staying very present, very in the moment, noticing what you're seeing, noticing what you're feeling in your body. It's not about escaping the body. It is about enjoying and celebrating the things that your body tells you by how you feel. Really use that the gut reaction. How do I feel about this? Does it make me feel frightened and afraid, or a real sense of kind of low, dense, dark energy? Or is it something very uplifting, even if it's butterflies in the stomach, is really not a bad thing. It's really propelling you to look into something new. So it's just taking this beautiful body that we've been given and using it like this very advanced technological piece of equipment to heal others and ourselves. So that for you is the key. That's your gem this week. Beautiful shining jewel. The second card, I don't want to lose my crystals again. That obsidian keeps wanting to go on the ground. I should probably just let it. The second card was from the Soul Coaching deck, and it's acceptance. And the card says, I unconditionally accept, cherish, and love myself just as I am. Oh boy. You who chose this card, your shining jewel is the fact that you can balance, whether you know it or not, you can balance mind and emotion really well. And I'm told that because of this fluorite. It is purple and green. The purple in this instance is meaning that Mercury, how we think, balanced with Venus, how we love, how we feel things out. And then we express it through the sun, that third planet that's in Taurus right now. We express it through our personality. You who picked this card of acceptance, you're able to embrace your being the way that you are. You have a very unique way of expressing, and you also have a unique way of mentally processing. And I feel like if you aren't aware of it yet, that you intuitively have a sense of the connectedness of your body, your emotions to your mind, and how the two affect each other. And there's a real sense of balance about that. That's, for me, what this fluorite is about, is a sense of balancing the two, of interweaving them, of occasionally letting the mind really take a stance and go forward with that masculine energy, and then at times letting the emotional water, the chalice. Okay, the obsidian wants to go on the ground, so I'm going to let it. Being a chalice of the feminine energy, and that's the Venus, letting that come forward. You do a really great job at balancing those two and interweaving them. And it's not about being in perfect balance all the time. It's about the polarity of it and being able to work with the two and letting one rise up sometimes and letting the other down, and vice versa. You have a real ability at that. And I want you to embrace and enjoy that about yourself, and to see it as a gift, because not all of us have that. Not all of us are able to find that balance and to work with those aspects of ourselves, our mind and our thoughts and our emotional body, and then how we portray that to the world. Really, those 3 planets I mentioned, the sun, your personality, your expression; Mercury, your mind and how you communicate; and Venus, how you really embody the emotional part of yourself and appreciate and love things in your life, and have an appreciation of the beauty in life. Not all of us have that ability. So use it to your advantage and really give yourself a pat on the back for that gem that you have of balance. Because as you shine a light on that, you bring it more to the forefront. It is innate. It is a part of you. It's always there. If I was looking at your astrological chart, there probably would be some sort of a harmonious kind of aspect to these parts of you that would just pop right off the page. So enjoy that balance that you have and use it to your advantage. Okay? All right. Then card number 3 is from, a lot of people picked this. Again, I don't look at who picks stuff. I just look at the selections. This was the card on the right from the Flower Therapy deck by Doreen Virtue. And it is Become the True You. Beauty. And it says on it, show the world who you really are and what you were born to do. This card in particular was the card in the photo. I think if we looked back at the photo, this was the one that had turned the corner. So those who picked this card, you've turned the corner. The other 2 cards are in the process. It's happening, okay? It's happening for all of us, but those that chose this card have turned that corner. That feels important to me to say. Your shining gem is really just about this. Look at all of the arms of that flower. It's allowing yourself to be out there in all the ways that you are, in all the roles that you fill. When we think about the many parts that we play, if we were up on a stage, holy smokes, we'd be studying our script every night because we have so many roles to play. But in all of them, I feel like the shining gem is that you're you when you're playing those roles. What you see is what you get. And that's a real gift. And again, not something that all of us have. It is a rare find that somebody is a true blue representation of themselves, no matter which one of these roles you're playing. Okay? And the other thing that I want to say about this is the red. The red color feels important. That means that you bring passion to all of the roles that you play. I almost want to cry. It just feels like you're very serious about your life in the best of ways. In some readings, you'll tell me, I'll be saying stuff like we need to lighten up or whatever, and I'm not getting that with this. It's a passion that is deep and it's serious, but it's because there is such love and honor for the roles that you play. So celebrate that about you. The beautiful crystal, one of my favorites, is this Andorra, which is a seafoam green color. And many people are taken by this, and perhaps this was the piece that caught your eye in choosing the card. This I know of as being of service. Being a steward. I mean, that's what this is for me. It's my signal of stewardship. It is, but for this reading, it feels like all those roles that you play, where you are yourself, it's because you take your job here seriously. And thank God you do, because we need you in all those roles to show the true nature of who you are and bring through those gifts, okay? And that's what this energy tells me, is that it's about service to others. Don't forget there needs to be service to self too. So none of these can exist without there being a pretty strong root under there that feeds all of those, and that's you. But you wouldn't have this if you didn't have an awareness of feeding yourself. Just, I put that out there as, don't forget, you too, because there's a strong service element to the people that picked this card. Okay, and that's so important and valued, and I thank you for what you do here and how serious you take all of your roles, because it's important. So I hope that's helpful to everybody. We have a big full moon coming up this Friday. I may do a reading, or I may put up some information on my page. So stay tuned for that. And thanks for tuning in this week. Please celebrate the jewel that is you, because then all of us create this beautiful crown that is just divinely made. It can only be of the divine. It's that beautiful. Take care. Have a good week.